1, 2. You hear me? Yep. Greetings, everyone. My name is Prem Rajgopal. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm a proud, brown, queer, and bipolar person who's fighting for our region's future. You might know me as the Columbus statue guy, or my work around the fossil fuel divestment movement at Pitt. But today I'm speaking to you as a local environmental justice activist. I'm the Ecosocialist Chair of the Pittsburgh Democratic Socialists of America, a proud member of the Pittsburgh Hub of the Sunrise Movement, and an activist in the local Allegheny County Green Party. If I've already overwhelmed you with new organizations, don't worry. 30 minutes ago I tweeted and posted to Facebook my speech with in-text references and relevant social media handles, so check me out at Prem Rajgopal later and bear with me, because I'm going to be mentioning a lot of shit. Now, the last time I was speaking at one of these events was the climate strike in March that was organized by the Sunrise Movement in Pittsburgh and many others. Over 200 people gathered, and we talked about a bold vision for this region through a youth-led climate justice march and rally. Surprisingly, the event got little to no press coverage other than one source, Pitt News. And I apologize if my arm's shaking. I've been pointing that mic. In addition, at this rally in March, 2 bike marshals were violently assaulted by plainclothes officers while leaving the strike. One of the marshals, who is a trans woman, is facing trumped-up legal charges when she was the actual victim. I'm linking the Venmo page for her. It's at freedom-intoxicating to help pay for her legal fees.
What's the charges?
Oh yeah. Now, I'm not trying to say that Rich Fitzgerald and his on-and-off-again friends Bill Peduto and Steven Zappala blacked out our event from local media and targeted our most vulnerable comrades. But on the other hand, I wouldn't put it past these long-time, self-serving, career politicians. I'm also bringing up this march because at this climate strike, my speech was dedicated to Rich. I mentioned how he vetoed paid sick leave in the middle of a global pandemic. I mentioned his oversight, or lack thereof, for Allegheny County Jail, where he has illegally skipped jail oversight board meetings for more than a decade. I mentioned, of course, as many of my colleagues have alluded to today, his proximity to fracking and plastics. But today, I don't want to center Rich, in part because he's a shitty person. Seriously, if you want to know who are the worst, or are mostly pretty bad, we have some good ones, elected officials. See who takes campaign contributions from Rich's money laundering to the fossil fuel industry, aka the Political Action Committee, Friends of Rich Fitzgerald. I always found that name funny because, like, who the hell would want to be a friend with that asshole? But again, I'm not centering Rich for the rest of my speech because I want to leave you with hope. Hope for a better future for our region. Hope for a local Green New Deal. Hope for a potential county executive who genuinely cares about serving their constituents. We will win a better future for the region and beyond. And the only way we'll win is together with solidarity and a centering of justice from all forms and systems of oppression. And how do we work to win that world? In my opinion, we need a new alternative that shifts the Overton window, sorry to give a wonky term, I linked what it means, and improves material, environmental, and health conditions for everyone, especially our most marginalized populations. To me, and many others, this alternative is a localized Green New Deal. Recently, a group of activists from a wide range of backgrounds, and this group is still growing, so if anyone wants to plug in, please hit me up, got together to start envisioning a Pittsburgh Green New Deal. We plan on tapping into multiple areas that local government can influence and developing a community-informed policy platform that can help our region and its people thrive. So I have a master's degree from Pitt in civil and sustainable engineering, and I think it's worth mentioning the general principles of the three-legged stool and sustainable development that I was taught by my professor, Dr. Billick. Conditions for people, the environment, and the allocation of resources, or as some call it, economics, need to be in the right balance so that it can meet the needs of the present without compromising the needs of the future. Sorry for tossing the Brundtland definition, and some of you have probably heard it a million times. A local Green New Deal is a way to strike this balance and save our future while meeting the requirements of today. But here's the kicker. Perhaps the only way a local Green New Deal will actually work is if we have sympathetic local officials who actually stand with science and sustainability, or are able to be pressured to do so. And perhaps the most glaring office that we need to win is County Executive. Rich needs to clean up his act now. But let's be honest, he probably won't. And neither will the crony who ends up getting funded by Rich Fitzgerald's PAC after his term ends in 2023. We can't afford to elect another climate denier, and I appreciated Annie's mentioning that, as Rich is a climate denier, just a different type, a really insidious type. He gets by because he has a D next to his name on the ballot and throws out platitudes like, "We believe in science," while actively contradicting them with his actions, as Marin's sign-on letter really clearly demonstrates. Like I said, this is the most insidious form of climate denial, because he's going to skirt by denying climate change exists in the sense of his actual actions, and he's going to get away with it if we're not loud and holding his feet to the fire. So I wanted to end the speech with a call to action to anyone thinking about running for the county executive. We might not all have the same politics, theories of change, but that's okay. Whoever you are, I can promise you, if you have a strong moral compass and a willingness to learn and grow by listening to those in the movement, you're already 1,000 times more qualified to take on the position of county executive. Someone needs to step up. And when you do, slide into my DMs, because I have a few friends who are willing to help. That's you guys, you're the friends. I'll close with the final line from the incredible new book, Overheated, by Kate Aronoff, which I just finished, and I'm happy to lend my copy of to Rich, just in case he wants to do some learning.
Yeah.
So here's the quote. "Today's world is dying. Let's have no regrets about the one we built to replace it." Thank you.